Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Sam or xJawz, and today I'm bringing you guys a commentary of some domination on the map Outlook, I think it's called, or Outpost, something like that. This is one of the newer maps put in the game, and I was using an MP7 with a silencer and a thermal scope on it, oddly enough. I thought it was a fun setup, and I was enjoying myself using the thermal scope on different SMGs. But anyway, today I want to talk to you guys about something that isn't Call of Duty related, even though this is a Call of Duty related channel, and I know that's what you guys are usually here to hear me talk about. Today I want to talk a little bit about relationships. Now, I know that might sound like a weird subject for me to touch on this channel, like I was just sort of saying, but I know that a lot of my viewers are between the ages of 12 and 18, and they're mostly males, like 97%, and out of the like 7 or whatever percentage it is of girls that are on my account, I know that number didn't head up 97 and 7, I think it's like 95 and 5 or something like that. I'm pretty sure half those people who say they're girls on their account are actually boys. But regardless, I'm just saying, I thought I would talk about it or touch on this subject because I feel like I have some pretty coherent, intelligent, nice things to say about the subject that might be able to help some of you guys out, and that's sort of what doing these commentaries about real-life subjects are about. I've gotten a lot of good feedback when I talked about things that aren't Call of Duty related in the past, and I just thought I'd do it again with this subject here because I kind of feel like making a commentary about it. So anyway, let me just get into this. Now, I'm not going to sit here and tell you all the same cliche stuff you hear all the time, like what you want to have in a partner or someone who you want to date, girl or boy, whatever the case may be. If you don't know already that you want someone that you can trust and that can trust you and that shares the same interests and qualities as you, then you're a little lost to begin with. I mean, those are pretty clear things. I'm pretty sure everyone knows all that stuff. So what I will talk about are some things that I don't think people are so good at in relationships that people need to improve on. The first of which is identifying if your person of interest, the person that you want to date, is really a person you can be with long term, and also you want to figure out what that other person wants, because I don't feel like a lot of people communicate that very well in the beginning of a relationship when it's important to do so. What I'll say is that a lot of people just want someone, especially if you're younger, if you're between the ages like 12 and 15, who they can kiss and do like weird sexual kid things with. I'm not gonna get into that subject or whatever because that's a little perverted, but I will say it's just, a lot of people don't want a serious relationship at the age of 14, 15, 16 years old, and if you're with someone who really doesn't want that, you have to, make that clear in the beginning, because if you don't, you're gonna get emotionally connected to someone, and then you can end up getting hurt if you don't share those same interests. Along those same lines, you want to identify in whoever you want to date very, very early on whether or not they have too many qualities that are going to cause problems in, your relationship with them or potential relationship with them. And if there is too many of those qualities, whether or not that other person is willing to put in the effort to change those things, or whether or not they're willing to change them at all, regardless of the effort that it would take. What I'll say is that there's a lot of differences that people have when they, start getting to know each other better that they didn't know beforehand. So they're like, you're just starting to date someone, you're getting to know them better, you're learning new things about them, you're figuring out what pisses them off and what doesn't, and stuff like that you might not have known before. And a lot of those things can be points of difference where you and whoever you want to date, your girlfriend, boyfriend, significant other, disagree on, just things that you guys fight over. And if there's not too many of those things, you shouldn't have a problem. And if there is, like I was saying, a couple too many of those things, and you and whoever you're with, enjoy hanging out less because of whatever those said things are, whatever they may be. I'm not going to go into details about them because there's hundreds, if not thousands of them. Then you gotta just sort of figure out if that other person is willing to change those things about them, or whether or not they're willing to make slight alterations to like the kind of person that they are in order to be with you. Because if not, you guys are going to, set yourselves up for disaster. Because what you'll find is that if you try too hard in a relationship, and this is going to sound bad, and this is something not a lot of people say, if you try too hard in a relationship to make it work, you will most likely end up getting hurt. That's the truth. If you try too hard to be with someone, and you try too hard to do and please, or do what someone else wants and please whatever they want, then you're oftentimes going to end up feeling pretty shitty. Because if someone else feels like you're going to do anything to be with them, they're not going to put in a whole lot of effort to be with you, and it's sort of going to rely on you to keep that relationship together, in my opinion, and you're going to have to do what that other person wants all the time, and it's, it could be pretty bad. So what you should figure out is how far each one of you is willing to change the things about you that the other person doesn't like. And if you guys really like each other and you share enough interests and you know, hobbies and stuff, you have a lot of things in common, then you probably will try hard to be together. But if not, you won't. So when you can identify those things early on, if there's a lot of things that you guys are, you know, share different opinions on, try hard to think logically then, if at no other point. Because what I'll tell you is that if you do try too hard and you do put too much effort into being together, you're going to form a connection with someone that they may not have for you as well. It happens all the time. You don't like to think about it, but the truth is that you could actually fall in love with someone who doesn't fall in love with you, and that's awful. Like, that will literally tear you up, because the more that you want a person who doesn't want you, the more unattractive you're gonna seem to that person. That's like, you know, a weird mental thing that applies to 99% of people in the world. If you try super hard to get someone and they really don't have much interest in you, and they keep up the relationship for long enough that you form an emotional connection to them, at the end of that whole thing, you're going to end up feeling really shitty, you're going to get upset, and you're going to get hurt, and you're probably going to end up, you know, breaking up with someone or getting broken up with, and feeling like you got the short end of the stick in that relationship, friendship, whatever. So try hard to realize one thing. I'm going to leave you guys with this. You're awesome. If you're the person who's really nice and puts in lots of effort into a relationship, and is really kind and forgiving and trustworthy, and you really try hard to make things work, you're probably part of the percentage of the world that is awesome to date. You are like a really awesome person with a great personality, and there's plenty of people out there who are extremely attractive and have great personalities who will want to be with you. You just don't have them in your life right now. But if you stay with someone who you really think you want to be with, when they don't really want to be with you, and they're not that great of a person to you, you're not going to be single. You're not going to be on the market, and you're going to have a much harder time finding a person who is going to make you happy and who is going to put in the same sort of effort and is going to, you know, be that same sort of person that you are back to you. So think logically, know that you're awesome, and get out of a shitty situation before it gets shittier. That's my parting words for you guys. So I hope you guys think that I had something coherent or interesting or, you know, noteworthy to say about relationships. If not, I totally understand. Like I said, it's not like I have a ton of experience. I just thought I had some maybe nice things to say to you guys that might be able to help some people out. So anyway, that's the end of this gameplay. Hope you guys enjoyed it. 51-4 with a thermal MP7. I will see you guys later. If you enjoyed the video, please comment, rate, subscribe, all those things. They make me so happy. Favorites, I love them. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.